Hey, reporters, welcome back to my channel. It's time for another Love is Blind conversation. And this time we're tackling Matt, who I believe has an anger problem and who I believe Colleen needs to run away from far and fast. Because that man, I think he's got two things. Low self-esteem mixed with an anger problem. And I think that is a deadly, dangerous combination to have, especially in a man. And so, Colleen, if you know what's good for you, you are not going to marry this man, okay? So let's start at, I think this really kind of pops up in episode 5. So in episode 5 of Love is Blind season 3, the couples go to a pool party and they kind of split up and talk to other people that they made emotional connections with in the pods. And so Cole swims on over to Colleen and starts kind of flirting with her, tells her that she's more his style physically than his actual fiance Zenab, and he kind of basically tells her that he needs to force himself to be attracted to his beautiful ass fiance that is way too good for him. And so he tells Colleen that in the real world, like, she's more the type of woman that he would go for. And so Colleen decides to reassure this man for whatever reason, and she agrees. She says, yeah, like, if we were in the real world, like, you're definitely the type of guy that I would go for, like, in a bar or whatever. And so Cole says the same thing, that he would approach her too. And that was pretty much the gist of the conversation. Was it something that would make their fiancés feel good? No, of course not. But it was a conversation that was driven by producers to move the plot along in a TV show that they all signed up for, that they knew needed to provide some level of drama, right? So when she gets home, Colleen tells her fiance Matt about the exchange, and it seemed pretty mild from what she told him, but he really like blew his lid over it. He was like cutting his steak, like so pissed off. This fiance's crying next to him, begging him to not be so mean to her, to like kind of like acknowledge the fact that she tried her best. She didn't know how to react in that situation. She's sorry. He won't even make eye contact with her. He's just stabbing away at his steak and stuff. Like, he's ready to like freaking like rip it apart with his bare hands, like just like all of that. Like, I just really did not like his vibe. I felt the anger radiating from him. It scared me from where I was watching all the way here in Paris, safe from this man. Okay, so I can't even imagine what it was like to be Colleen in that position. And so Colleen, like, she's so distressed by this that she starts hyperventilating and needs to go to the bathroom to kind of compose herself. And yeah, like, he follows her to the bathroom and he just does not let go of the situation. He just continues to kind of put her down about it, talking to Cole and kind of letting Cole know that she considers him attractive as well. And it's kind of like, listen, I get you feeling angry. I get you feeling disrespected by the interaction. But the way that you're reacting to this, Matt, in my opinion, it feels abusive and it feels like a giant red flag. And I feel like if I experienced that, I would not go forward and marry the person. Like, that to me would be a huge red flag if I were Colleen. And I hope that she really like kind of like takes heed and keeps it moving. I'm going to say something. I hope it's not like rude or anything like that, but let's just call a spade here, people. Okay. So when it comes to the show, now that everybody has seen everybody's faces, Love is no longer blind, we're looking at y'all. Multiple people have talked about how they feel as though Colleen is a knockout. She's extremely beautiful, one of the most beautiful women there. But nobody has made a comment about Matt being, attractive or one of the most attractive men there or anything like that. And Matt knows it. And I think that really kind of plays into his insecurities. And he already has a base level of insecurity because he was cheated on by an ex-girlfriend of his, right? So when you put all of this together, it makes sense, unfortunately, that he is just so insecure and he feels like deep down he doesn't deserve Colleen. And he'd been hinting at this since they met, right? Like, he was talking about this to all the guys, how he's so scared of being heartbroken and betrayed and this and that. Like, he really seems like he would snap. And you know what I mean by snap? If he got cheated on one more time, like Hulk out kind of stuff. And so I think he really just needs to focus on getting into therapy rather than like getting married on this show, because it's just not looking good. And I also kind of felt like he put his mom up to grilling Colleen at the house. The mom was asking her all sorts of questions like, how do I know that you're genuine, that you're not just doing this for TV or whatever. It felt like Matt let his mom know about what had gone down at the pool party prior to the mom meeting Colleen, and asked the mom maybe to kind of suss her out and see if she can get her like tripped up or anything like that. And that's what wound up happening there. And then over in episode 7, the last one that we've seen so far, all the couples go to a barbecue again, and then everything's all well and good. And then Matt feels triggered again after making up with Colleen. He feels triggered by the conversation that she had with Cole those days ago, because Zenab comes to him with her own concerns and a new version of events. And it's just like he's feeling it all over again, which I understand how that could hurt. But instead of just telling Colleen this happened and it's kind of re-triggered me, he gets really angry at her. He's like, I need you to reassure me. I was like, well, dude, you need to calm down. That's what I need you to do. And it just sucks, like that she has to be kind of like constantly like paying for this one conversation she had. And it was a conversation that was uncomfortable to her as well. And I believe that she did say in the conversation that she was happy with her choice of fiance and that she and Cole would not really even have that much in common anyway. So for him to be so upset is weird. And then he confronts Cole about it. Cole actually was really good about it. He reassured Matt that like Colleen was just being nice to him. She was not trying to flirt with him. He was trying to flirt with her, but she was not feeding into it. And, one thing that was really interesting that I want to add is that Cole was really like attentive to Matt's feelings. He validated Matt's feelings and he reassured Matt. Things he did not do with his own fiance. It's really fascinating how men treat other men versus how they treat the women in their lives, especially like their lovers. Like, there's always something off about that, in my opinion, but I digress. So Matt, after talking to Cole, he feels really reassured about his relationship with Colleen again. But here's the thing. He's already kind of, in my opinion, emotionally abused her so much about this little conversation that she might kind of be over him at this point, or she kind of might have seen the red flags and decided to check out of this relationship. So now at this point, is it too late? Did he realize too late that he overreacted? And in my opinion, he did. Listen, we've got a couple more episodes coming up, so we're going to see if it's too late or not too late. But in the meantime, you guys let me know. Do you think it's too late? Do you think he did too much? Do you think he already showed all the red flags possible and that Colleen realized that it is not a good idea to marry this seemingly unstable man, like a loose cannon? I can't stop thinking about the way he was cutting his meat in front of her, just letting her cry and sob and beg for him. And he had literally no emotional reaction to that. He was so cold. It was almost sadistic, and it really upset me. Like, even recounting the story upsets me. I feel like my stomach turning. I feel like anxiety gripping me. I can't imagine being in that position. Like, it really, really sucks. I feel badly for Colleen. You guys, let me know all of your thoughts about this pairing, particularly Matt's, what's his name? Why did I put Andrew? What's this man's name? It's Matt, right? Yeah. Particularly Matt's anger problem. Does he really have an anger problem, or am I just overreacting? Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.